Hi, everyone. It's Pastor Dan with Uplifting Thoughts for Today, and I'm uplifting this baseball. It's one of those autographed Brave baseballs. It reminds me of when back in the 80s I used to take my boys to the Atlanta stadium a couple hours early so that we could go to batting practice. The boys would go out in the field and catch fly balls, and then afterwards, when it was over, they would come up to the dugout and get autographs. And not everybody liked to sign autographs. It was funny, but Dale Murphy always did. In fact, he took an interest in the kids, and he would ask them about their love for the game and how they were doing with the sport, and encouraging them to go on. Dale Murphy was quite a successful ball player back in the day. He had 5 consecutive years of Golden Gloves. He was MVP many times, and they retired his jersey, the number 3. And that's what I want to talk to you about. I want to talk to you about the number 3. And because God signs his autograph in remembrance of him. And he does it in telling us 3 things. And it comes from Matthew's Gospel, Matthew 28. And he writes and says, in fact, these are the last words that Matthew is using to tell us what Jesus said to his disciples right before he was to ascend into heaven. And he says this: "I am here speaking with all the authority of God, who has commanded me to give you this commission. Go out and make disciples in all nations." Go share God's autograph. Did you know that you are God's autograph? You're God's way of making him known in the world. He continues to say, "Ceremoniously wash them through baptism in the name of the triune God, Father, Son, and Spirit." 3 autographs to communicate relationship on how God reveals himself to us. Then disciple them. Form them in the practices and postures that I've taught you, and show them how to follow the commands that I've laid down for you. And I'll be with you day after day to the end of the age. Yes, you and I are God's autographs. And he's given us 3 things to do. We're to be called by the Spirit to bear witness of the love of Jesus Christ. And we're doing it in a world in which God created and loves and gives himself for. So be God's witness. Be God's autograph in this world. He'll use you and me. My boys respected Dale Murphy so much they named a cat after him. It was a little kitten, and best cat ever. Turns out he grew up to be a she. But whether you are a he or a she, you're called by God to be God's autograph and share his love in the world so others too might come to know him and trust him and follow him. So whether you're like Duke and you're just laying around today, or if you've got things to do, get up and be God's autograph. Call a friend, call a neighbor, call someone, send an email, get in touch with someone you haven't talked with in a long time. Reach out and share God's love, and sign it in their heart. Hey, have a great day.